Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Bolton, moments ago, you said, for your own edification, you did some research and you walked away with a conclusion that you don't really believe there's any actual oversight of the Capitol Police Board. Holy smokes. It's my opinion that this committee has the responsibility to oversee the Capitol Police Board, including those members that are appointed by Speaker Pelosi. And what I continue to hear throughout today's hearing is that there's a real need for oversight over the Capitol Police Board, that there's some breakdowns in the communication there. You don't need to opine on that because I know you're employed by the Capitol Police Board in that regard, but I think it is incumbent upon this committee to provide that oversight. And if I can, Madam Chairwoman, if I can just ask you if you can confirm if we're going to actually be able to schedule a hearing on the oversight of the Capitol Police Board itself in the near term.
We are certainly looking at the entire position and to make sure that every element of security is reviewed.
I appreciate that, Madam Chair, and hope that we're able to have that in the not too distant future. I appreciate your looking into that for us. I'm broadly concerned about the U.S. Capitol Police level of coordination with its governing body, specifically the architect of the Capitol in particular, who is a critical member of the Capitol Police Board. If I can, in testimony before the Appropriations Committee, the architect of the Capitol, Mr. Blanton, testified that the police leadership had no conversations with the AOC employees regarding requests for National Guard support. That caught my attention. And for the record, does the U.S. Capitol Police coordinate regularly with the Sergeant at Arms and the architect of the Capitol?
Sir, I wouldn't be able to answer that because that would be an internal or a matter with the chief of police and the board in their discussions.
Understood. On a personal level, maybe I'll opine. I look forward to this future hearing that we may be able to have, but it really seems like a critical piece of the puzzle here for us to be moving forward. Generally, could you comment, do you know if there's intelligence sharing between the U.S. Capitol Police and the Sergeant of Arms?
Well, my understanding is in that part of the thing with January 6th that, yeah, they were sharing the intelligence, although it was conflicting intelligence that was provided to the board. But as far as specifics, I wouldn't be able to answer your question on that. Thank
you. And then so a corollary follow-up regarding the architect of the Capitol. Is there regular intelligence sharing between the AOC's office and the U.S. Capitol Police?
That I would not be aware of that, sir.
Okay. And has your office examined how well the U.S. Capitol Police coordinates with the architect of the Capitol in the Sergeant at Arms, or is that again beyond your review? That would be beyond my review, sir. So I really appreciate you coming in and having this hearing, but what I am walking away with is kind of a classic problem here of everyone and no one being in charge at the same time. To me, it's absolutely clear that what we can't do is we need to do is to, I'm going to start that one over. It's absolutely clear that we can't do what we need to do to protect the Capitol and ensure that our officers can do their jobs without reforming the police board. I really appreciate you having this hearing, Madam Chairwoman. Several of us continue to have questions regarding the Capitol Police Board that can continue to come up. I think it's incumbent upon us to have a future hearing on this. I think it's important for the American people because I think what I'm walking away with is there's some real challenges at the level of the Capitol Police Board. I appreciate the hearing. And with that, I yield back.